Emotional stress has a way of building up quietly until it's not so quiet anymore. Honestly, so many of us are walking around carrying more internal stress than we realize. We often feel it as overwhelm, as thoughts that won't quiet down, as a bone deep feeling of exhaustion, or as irritability and reactivity that seem to come out of nowhere. And we come by this honestly. Most of us have been heavily conditioned from a young age to push our emotions aside, to keep going, to manage and cope rather than actually feel. And while that keeps us functioning in the short term, in a very real way, it keeps the emotional stress locked inside of us. Because emotions that don't get felt don't actually go anywhere. They stay in the body, quietly shaping our mood, our reactivity, and our sense of ourselves until we give them the space they need to move through. And that's what today's practice is all about. It's about actually acknowledging and feeling your emotional stress in a way that helps it release from the inside out. So, to really release our emotional stress, there are two levels of healing we need to address. I call them autonomic and autobiographical. Healing on an autonomic level refers to shifting our nervous system state. So much of our emotional stress is exacerbated simply because our nervous systems are dysregulated. So, we're going to start this meditation with self-havening, which is a gentle and powerful somatic technique to help your nervous system release stress. And then we're going to heal on an autobiographical level, which refers to processing our actual feelings, experiences, and emotions we're carrying within. So, after we've brought more balance and relief to your nervous system, we'll use a somatic emotional processing technique called regenerating images in memory to help you drop beneath the surface and actually meet and process the emotions that you've been carrying. When both of these levels are addressed, the healing goes all the way down to the roots, and it's how we begin to truly release emotional stress and feel like ourselves again. Welcome to Somatic Healing Meditations, the podcast that helps you regulate your nervous system, deepen your healing journey, and feel better in your body. I'm Karenna with Hello Inner Light, and I'm so happy you're here. I'm a somatic healing coach who specializes in compassionate, body-centered processing that helps you heal the wounds that are holding you back. So if that's the kind of content you need more of in your life, please subscribe to this podcast and join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self. And before we drop into today's meditation, I want to share something that I'm incredibly excited about. My somatic self-love retreat in Costa Rica is happening again in January 2027, and early bird pricing is available right now. This retreat is about exactly what we're exploring today: somatic healing that goes all the way down to the roots, so we can release what we've been carrying and reconnect with who we truly are. I would so love for you to join me. You can find all the details in the show notes or by visiting helloinnerlight.com/retreats. Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting my small woman-owned business. It truly means the world to me. Now, before we dive into this uninterrupted meditation, here's a quick word from the sponsors that make all this free content possible. Now let's dive in to this somatic meditation to release emotional stress. So, finding a time and a space where it's safe and comfortable to turn your awareness inward. And go ahead and begin to do the havening touch. So, there are 3 ways to do the havening touch. One is that you can simply rub your palms together at a pace and with a pressure that feels soothing to you. So you can just rub your palms together. The second way to do havening touch is to rub down your arms from shoulder to elbow, just going down. It's kind of like a moving hug. And the third way to do havening touch is to rub anywhere on your face, cheeks, or forehead with your hands, your fingers, or your palms. So again, you can rub your palms together. You can rub down your arms from shoulder to elbow, or you can rub anywhere on your face, cheeks, or forehead. And these types of touch have been shown to create delta waves in deep parts of our brain. And these delta waves begin to communicate to your amygdala, which is essentially the kingpin of your stress or trauma response, that you're safe and that you can begin to relax. So, moving between those 3 types of touch, palms, arms, or face, in whatever way feels good to you. And go ahead and listen to your body. Do the havening touch in a way that actually feels soothing, knowing that you can modify it in any way so that it feels truly good to you. So, doing the havening touch, let's begin this meditation with our eyes open. So, with your eyes open, just take a moment with some curiosity and look around your room or your environment right now. Notice the textures that you can see. Notice the light and the shadows. See if you can find 3 shades of green. Noticing one shiny thing. And then, if you feel comfortable, let your eyes close. Continuing to do the havening touch. With your eyes closed, just begin to listen to all of the sounds that you can hear right now. So you can hear my voice and the music. Possibly you could hear the havening touch. It makes a very soft sound. And there may be other sounds in the distance as well, like traffic in the distance, or a fan, or a furnace, maybe people or animals around you. So just noticing all of the sounds. Great. And now bring your awareness to how the havening touch feels. So you can really notice the texture of your skin. Like your palms have all of those lines running across them. Your fingertips have all those tiny little bumps and ridges that form your fingerprints. You can feel the temperature of your skin. And now bring your awareness to your breath. And for your next 2 breaths, just notice your rib cage expanding to the right and the left on the inhale. And you don't have to exaggerate it or force it. That will naturally happen, and you're just feeling it. You're feeling the expansion to the right and left. And for your next few breaths, just feel your ribcage expand to the front and the back. Again, your ribcage is naturally moving with your inhale and exhale. You don't have to exaggerate it. You're just feeling it. So now that you've done some self-havening combined with orienting to help your body come out of a stress cycle, now we're going to take it a little bit deeper with regenerating images in memory so that we can really understand our stress more deeply and release it more fully. So you can continue to do the self-havening if you enjoy it, and you can also let it go at this point if you prefer, just doing whatever feels right for your body in this moment. So now begin to feel the stress in your body. And we want to feel the stress as body sensations right now. So notice where in your body you feel the stress the most. Is it more on the right or the left? Is the stress in your body more deep or superficial? Is it moving or still? And how big is it, or how much space does it take up within or around you? noticing the height, width, thickness, and shape of the stress. Does this stress in your body have a color or a texture or an image associated with it? And how would you describe this feeling of stress in your body? Like, what descriptive words would feel right? And you may have answers to all of these questions, or you may not. And no worries, there's no way to do this wrong. These questions are meant to help you attune more deeply to your body and to your feelings. And so the importance is just in asking the questions with some curiosity, whether you get answers or not. So just noticing anything else that you notice about this feeling of stress in your body. Continuing to breathe and continuing to feel the stress in your body. We're going to do some affirmations now. And affirmations are kind of like affirmations, except they start with the words "what if?" And these affirmations are just meant to support you in processing this stress, normalizing this stress, and finding a little bit more softness and compassion within. So I'm going to go ahead and say these affirmations, and you can just repeat them after me. What if it's okay that I'm feeling this stress right now? What if lots of people struggle like this sometimes? What if there's nothing wrong with me for feeling this way? What would it be like to acknowledge what I'm really feeling right now and love myself anyway? What would it be like to soften my heart to myself and this moment exactly as it is? What if I can embrace this moment even if it feels stressful? What if I can embrace these feelings as an invitation to go deeper? What if being stressed right now actually makes sense in a way? Breathing and drawing closer to this feeling of stress in your body. The size, the shape, the color, whatever it is that you noticed about it, you're just going to bring your awareness closer and closer to that stress in your body. And you're going to finish the following sentences. So just letting your words come forward, finish this sentence. What if being stressed right now makes sense because? Breathing and feeling, moving even closer to the feeling of stress within your body, and letting your words come forward, finish this sentence. What I'm really feeling deep down is. Breathing and feeling, letting your words come forward, finish this sentence. What feels most stressful to me right now is. Breathing and feeling, finishing this sentence. What I really want or need when I feel this way is. Breathing and feeling, letting your words come forward, finish this sentence. What would be most supportive to me right now is. Breathing and feeling, and finishing the following sentence. What I'm realizing now is. And letting your words come forward, finishing this sentence. How it feels to realize that is. Breathing and feeling, and just noticing what wants to happen now. So you did the self-havening to support your nervous system. You felt the stress in your body. You did some affirmations to normalize this stress, and some sentence leads to go deeper and really understand it more. So notice what has shifted within you. Breathing and feeling your whole self. Feeling your breath. Feeling your body. And what feels different from when we started? And what looks different from when we started? And what do you understand now that you didn't understand before about your stress and how to release it? Now ask your body if there's anything else it wants or needs before we bring this somatic practice to a close. And just listen for any answer you get. There might be something that your body wants or needs that you could take care of right now. There might be something you could take care of later. Or maybe there's nothing. Maybe there's nothing else that your body wants or needs right now. And as we bring this somatic practice to a close, just know that all of the things that you experienced, all the release that you had, all of the shifts you felt, all of the realizations that came to you, they're all a part of you now. They're integrated into your cellular memory and your emotional memory. And as you walk forward, all of these realizations and shifts will be with you. Taking one more gentle breath. And when you feel ready, your unconscious mind will let you know that all of this has been fully integrated into your cellular memory and your emotional memory by bringing full feeling and weight back into your arms and legs, fingers and toes, and spontaneously opening your eyes. Great work. So, how was that somatic meditation to release emotional stress for you? What shifted within? And what do you understand about your emotional stress now that you didn't understand before? Please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining me today. And as a reminder, early bird pricing is available right now for my Somatic Self-Love Retreat in Costa Rica. It's truly a beautiful opportunity to step out of the noise of everyday life and do this kind of root-level healing in a deeply supported and nourishing environment. You can find all of the details at the link in the show notes. If you enjoyed today's episode, it would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to the podcast and also rate and review it. You could also send this episode to a friend who you think would enjoy it. And don't forget to join me every Friday on this beautiful journey out of your head and into your more embodied and authentic self.